The thing is, if you're trying to plan every single part of your day while living out here in Thailand, you're gonna lose your mind. And honestly, there was a period of time when I first moved out here that it started happening to me. I would get frustrated, I would get annoyed, I would get disappointed, and I kept on asking myself why. Why can't they just let me know? Why can't they just make a plan? Why can't they just tell me what's happening, when, why, and how? But I needed to know the plan. I needed to know the schedule. I needed to know what was happening. Whereas out here, that type of structure doesn't exist. But I found that this type of lifestyle has really taught me a lot. There was a few things in my first year of living here that really forced me to learn how to let things go and just go with the flow. I remember coming up to my first holiday working as an English teacher. The students had a week of exams, but I would still be teaching some classes. Which classes? Nobody could tell me. I would teach one class, then go to the next class, and it would either be empty or they would be writing a test. One teacher would mention, all the grade 1s and grade 2s are writing tests today, so I don't have to teach. Awesome. I can go grab some lunch because I only have a grade 3 class at the end of the day. Or I'd even go home, as I was often lucky enough that my school allowed me to do whatever I wanted in my free time. An hour later, I would get a message or a call from the head teacher asking, where are you? I'm eating lunch at so-and-so. She said, you have a grade 2 class now. So I'd quickly pay my bill and rush back to school and apologize. But the one thing about my Thai colleagues is that they'd never get angry or upset with me. Or if they were, they wouldn't show it. They'd always tell me to slow down, don't rush, calm down, don't worry, it's okay. And they genuinely made me feel cared for. Anyway, missing or being late for classes and constantly changing schedules, no problem. I finished teaching on that Friday and said goodbye to the other teachers. But then fast forward to Monday morning, on my way to school, I was wondering why the streets were so empty. And as I got to school, there was no one there, other than a few teachers that still had some admin duties. And one of them sees me and says, "Ow, teacher, what are you doing here?" I said, "To teach, obviously." She said, "Oh, sorry, it's holiday. You can come back next week. I forgot to tell you." I mean, this is why having a schedule would have been nice, but again, no big deal. I thought I had to teach, and now I'll get a surprise 1-week holiday. If anything, that's a win. But leading up to the following holiday, I asked the teacher if I'd be getting a full salary for October because there's a 2-week holiday, and I wanted to plan to go travel. As the whole idea of me moving to Thailand is so I can travel more. She said she'd let me know. 1 week later, I asked again. She said she'd let me know. A few days before the holiday, I asked again. And again, she said she'll let me know. Now at this point, I thought, well, I must be getting a full salary because surely they have to let me know if I'm getting a change in salary. I know most schools give a full salary even on the months with 3 weeks holiday. But on the last day of school, before the holiday, I got my pay slip and I almost lost it. It was half my salary, about 16,000 Thai baht. On top of that, the extra lessons I did twice a week were also cancelled because of the holiday. I went from expecting close to 40,000 baht to getting 16. But I calmed myself down. I politely, or at least that's how I remember it, asked why no one let me know I would be getting half salary. And they would be super friendly and apologize. And honestly, I don't know who was meant to tell me, but I couldn't blame anyone. They're so kind and caring that you just feel like the dick if you make a scene about it. I did joke about it with her for probably the next 6 months, saying I could only eat 2 meals a day and so on. And every time she'd apologize, and I reassured her I was just joking. Honestly, it felt like it made our relationship stronger. We would barely talk before that, and afterwards, we would both joke around with each other and check in on each other once in a while. How did I survive on 16,000 baht for a month? To be honest, I had a little bit of savings, about 10,000 baht from the previous 2 months that I had saved up. So in total, 26,000 baht or $780. Still not the 40,000 I was expecting. But luckily, my rent was only 5,000 baht. My electricity was about 1,000. And so for 20k, you can still get by. I'd already booked a 2-night holiday for about 2,000 baht, which I hadn't paid for, but I couldn't cancel. So I ended up going to Kanchanaburi, spent about another 2,000 to 3,000 baht while there, which left me with 15,000 to 16,000 baht, which is not a terrible budget if you know where to spend your money. I'd skip my coffee most mornings and mostly ate from local food markets, sticking to a simple grilled chicken and rice, which still left me with enough money to take my girlfriend out to a dinner or two that month. Nothing luxury or exciting, but it beats sitting at home eating the same meal day after day. And that's the thing. People always ask me, how do you handle it? How do you adapt to the Thai rhythm? And my answer is always, well, in the beginning, I didn't handle it. But you also don't really have a choice. What are your options? Get angry and lash out at everyone and blame everybody else? Give up and go home? Remember, this isn't my country. I'm a guest here, and as welcomed as I feel, you can't bring your home country's way of thinking and living to Thailand. If you don't like the way things are done here, you either adapt or you go home. Now, after about 2.5 years in Thailand, I feel like not much bothers me anymore. Change of plans, no schedule, last minute changes, no money, no problem. At first I thought I just stopped caring about things, and I thought a lot of Thai people did the same. But that's not true. It's just most of the things we think we care about, the things we worry about, don't matter all that much in the bigger picture. Having a full stomach, a caring community, and a comfortable lifestyle is way more important than whether you get to work on time or 5 minutes late. Whether you know what's going to happen tomorrow or not. Whether you know what you want to do with your life or not. Your life isn't meant to be perfectly planned moments stringed together with a schedule telling you how things are supposed to be. Now, I get to wake up early, go have my breakfast and coffee by the beach before school without worrying about if my day is busy or not, or if it will be a good day or a bad day. I just sit and enjoy my mornings at the beach. This doesn't mean I never plan anything or that I don't have a schedule. Thankfully, I do. It's just when those plans change and when the schedule doesn't go accordingly, I'm okay with it. Not complacent, but content. Then I change what I can and accept what I can't and move on. If you guys have made it this far into the video, I just want to be a bit open and vulnerable with you guys if I can, because if I'm honest, I still haven't adjusted 100% to the lifestyle here. And there's still things that annoy me and frustrate me. And I've been feeling a bit lost and out of place for a while now. But the one thing about living here that it's taught me is that's okay. You don't need to have your whole life planned out ahead of you. You don't even need to have tomorrow planned out. Just do what you can with what you got now. I mean, right now in my studio, which is the floor of my bedroom with a tripod and my girlfriend's old blanket and a little a little microphone popped up on the side, and that's enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have a plan. You do what you can with what you got. The most important thing is just go live your damn life. Go eat, go see your friends, see your family, get outside, go for a walk, go swim in the ocean, sit under the shade in a tree. Stop worrying about the ifs, buts, whens, and hows, and just go live your life. Your life is happening right now. As always, I've been Alexander out there, and I appreciate you guys. Peace.